Welcome to the channel. Something a bit special today. We're going to take this Ninja H2 for a ride around some of Mid Wales' finest roads. So if you fancy the sound of that, come and join us, see how we get on. We're on our way. So yeah, plan for today is to take in some of Mid Wales' finest roads. That is basically it. They're going to be roads like this really. So no dual carriageways, no motorways. You know, I've seen other reviews where people have taken them on runways and drag strips and all this sort of stuff, and that's all fine, but surely there's more to the H2 than just being ballistically fast. So that's what we intend to find out. So initial thoughts are, oh, it's special. So it is a special ride, there's no two ways about that. And you feel special riding it. You feel like everyone's looking at you. Yeah, it is a special experience without a shadow of a doubt. So that's the overriding initial thoughts really. Easy to ride, certainly at the moment. I haven't really opened the taps up, but just, yeah, the clutch is not particularly heavy. Just get on a ride. Bike is heavy, real heavy, so it's 238 kilos I think. So you're talking the same sort of territory as a GS 1250 or something like that. But being a sports bike, this carries its weight very differently. It carries the weight low down, and obviously you've got the low bars. So it's awkward moving it around in the garage, you've still a bit of petrol station and that sort of stuff. You need just to be cautious because, yeah, it's a big lump and it carries its weight low. So I think if it started to go over, you might have a problem, and you definitely don't want to be in that situation. When you're moving, the weight is not really noticeable. Certainly not at this stage. But yeah, just moving it around, a little bit cautious. But yeah, so far all good. So one thing we've got in Wales now, certainly at the moment, hopefully soon to be, some will be lifted soon, are these crazy 20-mile-an-hour limits for all towns. Let's not go on to that, it's a different topic. But oh, this is horrible to ride at 20 mile an hour. Yeah, the bars are low, your weight's forward, you then start to feel the weight. The fueling's not great low down. So it's not nice to try and hold it at 20 mile an hour, it's just uncomfortable. I imagine if you got caught in traffic it would be horrible. But that's not what H2's about, is it? That's not what it's about. But yeah, it's definitely it's happy place, that's for sure. So when this bike came out in 2015, it was an absolute revelation. Everything from real silver in the paint to a supercharger, you know, things that we just hadn't seen on bikes before. I don't know why Kawasaki did it. I think they did it just to prove that it can be done, and I'm glad they did. It's loaded with what back in 2015 was all the top stuff. So you've got Brembo brakes, so calipers, and then you've got Brembo master cylinder, and for the clutch as well. Obviously the supercharger. The finish is absolutely astounding. Tell you about when I first heard about the Ninja H2. So back in 2015, Spectre announced, I think there's probably some pictures and stuff in the press and all that type of stuff, and it's like, surely Kawasaki aren't producing a supercharged bike, why are they doing that? And it's all, you know, a little bit surprised really. And then went to the NEC bike motorcycle show, which for those who are not in the UK, the NEC in Birmingham is a massive indoor exhibition centre. And every year they have the equivalent of like the annual motor show for motorbikes. Anyway, on the Kawasaki stand they had a H2, okay, it was the H2R, which is the non-road going version, but you know, still looks the same. On their stand, on a dyno, and they were running this thing up on the dyno, and the NEC is indoors. The noise was unbelievable. and it was chucking flames out the back, and oh my word, I never ever forget. So that was kind of my first introduction. And I thought, oh God, I love one of them. I would so love one, you know. They were so much money back then. And then a year later at the same show, they had one on the Kawasaki stand you could sit on. You could actually get up close to it and touch it and sit on it. So yeah, that's kind of where it started for me. Yeah, I was blown away by the looks. It's right up my street. I was brought up on big Kawasaki's. First passed my test many moons ago. Had a GPZ 750R, I had a GPX 750. My brother had a GPZ 900. My mate I used to ride with had a GPZ 1000 RX. So yeah, big Kawasaki's are my thing really. So look at this. Look at the weather. Look at the views. Oh, what a day to be riding Ninja H2 on these fantastic Welsh roads in this weather. Amazing. I should be at work today. Got a day off. Oh, so lucky. So lucky. I probably already said it, but if you haven't ridden in Wales, you've got to come and do it. So I guess the question is, what does it ride like? What does it ride like? Well, it rides like a superbike, a heavy superbike, I guess. Same sort of performance, low down, you know, yeah, it feels like a superbike. Until, this is a big until that supercharger kicks in. And when that supercharger kicks in, the world changes very, very rapidly. You know, so this has got, you know, 208 or something horsepower, I think. So you're talking the same sort of levels of horsepower as a modern superbike. Maybe modern superbikes actually got a bit more now. But the way this thing delivers the power is quite different. The supercharger brings something extra. Black bag in the road. Yeah, the supercharger brings something different. And when it kicks in, the sort of smack in the backside is, yeah, it's something else. It makes the riding experience real special. So yeah, it's a quick bike, but it's easy to ride. You don't have to, you know, just ride along like this, sensibly. It's not trying to kick me off, it's not trying to rip my arms off. It's down to me really, how much I twist it, how much fun I want, how much I want it to try and rip my arms off. So, but it's not intimidating. That's one thing people have, yeah, I was talking to someone yesterday, oh, but it's going to be really intimidating to ride and aggressive, and no, it's not. It's really not, unless you want it to be. And that's half the fun, right? Takes a bit of hustling to get it to turn. Doesn't tip in like a, you know, like a modern superbike. It takes a bit more effort. I guess that's the weight, but it does handle good. It handles good. Maybe not quite as accurate as a superbike, you know, like my Fireblade track bike. Just point that, and that front wheel goes exactly where I want it to go. Maybe struggling to be quite as accurate. Clearly, I'm not going anywhere near those sorts of speeds. But yeah, no, it handles good. Handles good. A bit later, we'll take it down to real twisty roads and get a bit of a hustle on, and then we'll see what she can do. The riding position is cramped. It's a sports bike. What do you expect? I'm not even going to talk about the comfort. It ain't got any. But you know, I don't expect an H2 to have comfort. That's if I want comfort, then you're looking at H2. You're looking at the wrong bike. Welcome to Bute, Wales. What a lovely spot this is, and only enhanced by the presence of this lovely Ninja H2. So I've done about 60 miles on it now. Lovely to ride. Yeah, I've given a bit of a commentary as we've gone, but it's a special day to be able to ride this, and the sun's come out as well. There's really nothing not to like. might find ourselves in another lovely 20 limit. So this bike is a 2016 model, so the original 2015 one had the green frame. This is then the 2016, so it's basically the same but without the green frame. So it has a quick shifter but no blipper, and I keep going for the blipper because I'm used to riding with one, so that's just a point to note. And this one I think has KYB suspension, I have to check that, but the later ones came with Öhlins. Yeah, I think I've probably already mentioned, but it's got Brembo brakes all round. The brakes are, as you would expect, real good. Suspension's pretty good. So my two bugbears really on modern bikes are always fueling and suspension. So the fueling, I think I've already mentioned, so low down it's a little bit not great, but once you get her on the move, no issues whatsoever, so that's good. Suspension, it's a sports bike, so it's on the hard side. My gut feeling is with a few suspension tweaks, you can get this working pretty good. So yeah, it's not, looking at the sort of bike it is, it's not going to come with rubbish equipment, is it? So I'm pretty comfortable with the brakes and suspension. They're more than adequate for the bike that it is. My feeling is this is the sort of road where this bike is at home really. Fast flowing A road. Yeah, this is where it's probably at its best. It's also at its best standing still. I can just sit there and stand there and look at it all day. Not everyone's cup of tea, I know. Some people say it's ugly. No, not for me. Absolutely stunning. I think I said earlier that it was quite docile to ride and not intimidating and stuff. I just want to caveat that a little bit because I just got caught out with a second gear wheelie of a reasonable height, shall we say. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm quite partial to the odd wheelie now and then on the right roads, private roads obviously, but I wasn't expecting it. Just gave it a little bit of a tickle pulling away, and yeah, so that was a bit of a shock. So heavily caveat my description earlier, a bit of a warning as well, I think, that there is a lot of power in, and it will catch you out if you don't respect it. Right, so I know this bit of road pretty well, it's pretty twisty, so let's see what it's like on these more technical roads, I guess. So I'm not sure if the sound's been picking this up, but when you shut the throttle, you get this lovely chirping sound from the supercharger. Very addictive, very addictive. And just again reinforces you're riding something a little bit special. The whole point, it's what you want. That's pretty much it now then. Amazing bike, absolutely superb, absolutely love riding it. It's everything I thought it would be and more. It's a very, very special bike. Thank you to Kawasaki for making it. I've no idea why you did, but you proved what can be done. Yeah, incredible. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel. Got plenty of other interesting stuff coming up. Ride safe, and we'll see you on the next one.